Here's a video discussing and explaining the math sprint worksheet when we were talking about take a number plus something is going to give you 100 centimeters, which would equal 1 meter. So we're just going to practice that. So if we take 27 plus blank equals 100, and these are centimeters. Think of it as centimeters, all right? So you're going to first look in your ones place. Your ones place, you have a 7. So 7 plus what will make your ones turn into a 10, okay? So a 10's in all. So 7 plus 3 is going to be 10, so that's going to make my 27 a 30, okay? So now I want you to think of this as 30. 30 plus what gives you, 30 plus what gives you to 100? What is that, tens? So it's going to be 3 plus 7 is 10, so it's going to be a 7 10, so it'll be 73, all right? So you have 7 in the tens. So to get to 100, you're going to need 7 tens and 3 ones. Let's try another one. If we have 39 centimeters plus blank centimeters equals 100 centimeters, okay? So first, you're going to look at your ones. How much do I need to add to this 9 to make it get up to the next full 10? Well, I need to add 1 to it, okay? Because 10 minus 9 is 1. So I'm going to have a 1 in my ones place. Now, this is 40, because if you do 39 plus the 1, that gives you 40. So now think of this as a 40. 40 plus what gives me 100? Well, if I do 10 minus my 4, that gives me 6. So I have 61. So it takes 6 tens and 1 of my ones to get to 100. Let's try another. If I have 49 centimeters plus blank centimeters equals 100 centimeters. Let's look at my ones place. My ones place is a 9, all right? So to get my ones place up to the next tens, what am I going to have to add to that 9 to get it up to the next tens, which would be 50? Well, I can add 1 to my 9. It says 9 plus 1 gives me 50. So now let's think of this as 50. 50 plus what gives you 100? Well, if I take my 10 minus 5, I get 5, so 51. 5 tens and 1 in my ones place. Let's try another one. If I have 58 centimeters plus blank centimeters equals 100 centimeters. Let's look at my ones place. In my ones, I have an 8. How am I getting my 8 up to the next full tens? Well, 8 plus 2 will make that 58 turn into a 60. So now I have 60. 60 plus how many tens will get me to 100? Well, if I do 10 minus 6, that gives me 4. So that means that it's going to be a 4 here, okay? So I'm at 42. So that means 4 tens and 2 ones took me to get to 100. We're going to try one more. If I have 66 centimeters plus blank centimeters equals 100 centimeters. So now I'm going to look at my ones place. In my ones place, I have a 6. 6 plus what will get me to the next tens? Well, if I take my 10 minus my 6, 10 minus my 6, I get 4. So I'm going to put a 4 in my ones. If now this turns into 70, because we just added on up. So now we need to figure out 70 plus what gives me 100, okay? So we could just take 10 minus 7 would be the easiest way, giving us 3. So that tells us 70 plus 30 is 100. I'm going to swing this 3 over into my tens place. So it'd be 3 tens and 4 ones is how many it took to get to my 100 centimeters. With this concept, it's going to help the kids do the sprints faster using these and be able to do it very quickly. Because now they're going to look, they're going to see my 7. 7 plus what is going to get me to the next 10? It's going to be a 3. Now this is 30. 30 plus what is going to get me to my next tens? So it'll be 7. My 9, I need to make it up to my next 10. I'm going to add a 1 because 9 plus 1 is 10, making this a 40. So 40, to get to my 100, 10 minus 4, it's going to give me 6, 61. My 9, I got to get it level up to the next one, give it a 1 because 9 plus 1 is 10. This is now 50. 50 plus what gives me 100? Well, I'll do 10 minus 5 is 5, giving me 51. Now, 58. 58 plus what gives me 100? When I look at my ones, it's an 8. 8 plus what gives me 10? 8 plus 2 gives me 10. And now this is 60. So 60 plus what gets me to 100? Think of it as 10 minus 6. 10 minus 6 is 4, so 42. Come down here. My 6 is in the ones. Level up my 6 to the next one. 6 plus what's going to get me to the next 10? 6 plus 4. Now, think of this as 70. 70 plus what gets me to 100? Well, 70 plus 3, because if I do 10 minus 7, it'll give me 3. And that's how the students will be able to figure these out faster on their sprints.